take too much of your guys' time. So let's quickly run into it and see what we can expect. So if we go back to, let's just go back to our list over here. Yeah, we're in the correct one. Alfinia trades, just trucking along. This one up so for 30%. Let's just see if we are at some type of a resistance area. We probably are, and actually not too bad. If we can break this top again and continue to run, this should actually do quite well. If we look at where we plan to get out of this trade, remember guys, whenever you plan, when you take a trade, always have a plan, always have a profit target, or some place where you plan to take some profits out of the market. So this is quite a high profit target, and it's it hasn't even, it's not even halfway to our profit target. So this one I'll give a little bit of time and just see how it goes. Sometimes you just have to give your trades a little bit of time. What I do like about this is the stocks have resetted, and this can turn around and we can get another pump. So this one moving along quite nicely. If we go to our notice protocol, this one also moving along quite nicely. This should be over 20%. This one is at 27%, and also if you look at the bigger picture, this trade is if this thing goes and it goes into price discovery, this is going to be a phenomenal trade. If we take the measured move, this should take us to about this area over here. I will probably get out over here just before the measured move, just because if you've studied the Fibonacci and the Fibonacci extensions, I mean, this extension with something that moves violently has a high chance of getting hit if something starts getting traction in the crypto markets. This 27 used to mean a lot to me, but the 27 actually only works very well in the forex market. So if you trade the forex market, this 27%, if you get a impulse in your correction and the next breakout, this is a 90% chance of getting hit in the forex market. But this is not the forex market, this is crypto, and this is like a minimum target when it's come to crypto. Majority of the time it goes to the 618 extension, even sometimes to this, like I said, this higher, the 1618 extension. So that's why I've got those extensions, just also to sometimes but most of the time I would just use the measured move to get my target. Next one, this one just about almost out. It could still pump and break out of this point of control and continue to go, but I mean, this was like a really degen trade. I didn't really expect it to do phenomenally well. That's the thing, you never ever know with these meme coins. Sometimes they do, and they, but it's a very high risk trade. So I wouldn't really advise, especially new guys that come into the crypto market, to trade these meme coins. H-bar trucking along nicely, and then XIA also trucking along quite nicely. And if we look at Miria, this one is also doing quite nicely today. This one 36%. So what I thought I'd do, guys, is I'll show you, go through setups that I'm looking at every day, and I'll show you from the beginning to the end process of how I look at trades. Uh, when I get into trades and when I get out of trades, and then I'll also create like a before and after shot of every trade I take, so you guys can see and just get into the mind of someone that's been doing this for a long time, and maybe just shorten you know some guys learning curve. Maybe I do something that just clicks it in their mind, and that they say, okay, that's what I was missing, and they incorporate that into their own trading, and they do phenomenally well. That's why I hope, I really hope I can, like I said, my aim is to build a community of traders to help shorten the learning curve of getting successful in this game. So Sui is doing quite well. Sui, I will probably take profit over here, 44%. That's only profit I'm looking for. I might even sometimes what I would also do is I'll take like 70% off the trade here and leave the rest to run. But most of the time I'll just take hard stop, because I'm really glad with a 44% move there. Can't ask for more. And the risk to reward ratio of my trades is normally phenomenal. I mean, this is like a 15.81 risk to reward ratio. I normally don't take anything less than a 3.1, 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio. And that's also very important when you start your journey. So let's look at, okay, that's trades we're currently in. As you can see, here's active trades. But let's look at trades that I'm tracking, and I should actually take trades off that's already gone. We missed a move, unfortunately. Like I said, don't beat yourself up if you miss something. It's gonna happen. I mean, there's freaking like 20,000 bloody coins in the crypto market, so of course you're gonna miss a lot. But the goal is to try and catch the high quality ones that's really getting traction, and that really has got a narrative behind it. So that's what I concentrate on. I try and capture the high quality setups that I know has got a bit of a narrative in it, and has got a good chance of playing out. So this one, GTA, is still tracking this. Like I said, I actually closed this for a small profit, the first one I got, and the second one stopped me out, so I took a small loss there. Not losses never born, doesn't bother me anymore, because my losses are really small compared to my winners. So lithium finance, this was starting to look very nicely, but this morning I almost took a trade, but I stopped myself because it doesn't have all the criteria I normally look for before I enter a trade. So this one, I'm waiting for the stocks to reset, and then I'll probably get into it at some stage later. Okay, so let's look at the next one. So I'm not in this yet. I'm waiting for the stocks or the SRSI to reset, and then maybe I'll look to get into this. But I'm liking this pattern that it is in currently, and we'll see how it goes. Bitcoin, of course, we might just move in slightly. One thing I'm very glad about is before we got this big up move, we had this head and shoulder patterns. That's basically negated at this stage, which means we won't be getting this big dump to the downside. That's one good thing about the recent pump. But one thing we have to bear in mind now is, let's just pull this line over here. If we don't stay above this, then chances are we might come back down and go and maybe make a bigger correction over here, which is possible, and will probably stay in this range for quite some time if that happens. So that's something to just bear in mind and be careful and vigilant about. But so far, Bitcoin has done very good this week. Glad about it. The ideal scenario now would be if it starts to consolidate here, maybe makes one of these correction patterns over here, and then we also get like a cup and handle. This will be very bullish. So let's hope that scenario plays out. But like I said, just go with the market. Don't try and project what the market is going to do. Let the TA tell you what the market is going to do. Also, another thing to be vigilant is stocks are very, very, very overbought. So also tells us that to take a trade up here will be completely foolish. You completely missed the trade if you didn't take this trade. So next one we're looking at is Moon River. Let's go to the 4 hour. This one is this 200 is really keeping this one down. So also see the stocks are busy coming down. So if we track along here, do something like this, and the stocks come down and curve, and then I'll probably look at the relative strength index, how that looks at that time, and then this can come back down a little bit, and we break out of this will be a phenomenal entry. So I'm definitely looking at Moon River closely every day, and being patient and waiting for that perfect setup. That's one thing that really sets traders apart from mediocre traders, is patience and waiting for the perfect time to execute your plan. And that comes with years of experience, and that's what I've learned to do over my years of experience. It's just waiting, for patience to strike exactly when the time is right, and to know when to go in aggressive and when to be cautious. But that comes with experience and a lot of TA under your belt. I just love TA. I think TA is amazing, and it's worked out so well for me over the years. Learning the TA and just sticking with the TA. Let the TA guide you of what gonna happen, and you really, if the TA change. Don't get hammered on this is the way it has to be. If the TA changes, you need to be able to change with a blink of an eye. And there's also another a thing between good traders and mediocre traders. We can change our viewpoint like that. So to give you an example, say you're like very, very, very bullish on this trade. You say this thing must do that. The market doesn't have to do anything. You just have to learn to read what it's telling you it's going to do. So let's say, for instance, no, this must do that, but you are missing the point that number one, you've got like a head and shoulder pattern over here. Number two, you've got this small impulse down and this flag that's telling you it's going to break down, and it's going to come and retest this bottom over here. So always listen to the TA and be ready to change like that. So I mean, if you're really, really skilled, you can take this breakout, make some money to the downside, take an aggressive trade over here and watch it do this. That you get traders that can do that. So you always have to flow like water. That's a good analogy. You have to flow in the markets like water. You have to be able to change when the landscape change. You need to be able to flow and go with the change. Relio, this one we missed. I was waiting for a perfect setup. which didn't come unfortunately. Let's look at the daily structure of this. So the daily is still in this correction, and we could, if we're lucky, get another punt at this where this comes around and comes and retests this bottom, and these moving averages over here get tight again, and the 200 comes back slowly up to push this to the upside. That's a possibility. So just for that reason, for the bigger picture, I will keep this on our watch list to track. Zeta did move quite nicely yesterday. If we look at the 1 hour where we broke out of this bullish wedge over here, but we didn't get a violent breakout, which tells me there's still a lot of accumulation in this zone. So one thing, we are above the 200, and we can pull it like this. We're in this tight little flag over here. That makes more sense to put it like that, and this could do some damage if it breaks out. So this one may be worth taking a small risk when it does break out. I am in this long term, but I'll trade it as well for some swing trades. So maybe wait for this to come back down. I'm giving you some gold nuggets here, guys. I hope you appreciate it. Yeah. So if I give you some setups that you end up making some decent money, that's the other thing, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, so I just show you what I do, and if you want to follow me and you make money, well, kudos. But if you guys do end up making some money from my setups, I will really appreciate it if you just give me a like, if you make some money. So what I would do is, maybe if this can come back down, this can come up, we'll get like 1, 2, 3 touches over here at the bottom. This resets, maybe go to to the relative strength index. If the relative strength index is pretty low, then my friends, the trade is good to go. So definitely this one worth tracking. I'm very bullish on this project long term. If we go to Agea, the lithium, this one is kind of forming a weird type of a pattern here. So I do like the Stokes, that's so low. Let's look at the relative strength index. Quite very, I don't like taking it when it's like here at the top. Let me teach you guys something quickly. When you get into a trade, look at this. When it was here low, and you guys can go and test this, there we had bullish divergence. It was quite low. We went up. There it was very low. Could have taken the trade from this 1, 2, 3 touch, very aggressive entry, and it went. So taking trades when the relative strength index is in this bottom area over here, it's very, very powerful. So that's one of the criteria that I look for before I take a trade, and it really has taken my success to another level by going for these high quality setups and making sure everything lines up and we're getting multiple confluences. So just something to keep in mind And I urge you guys to go and back test everything I say. Don't take my word for it, but if you go and back test it, you'll see, and something might just click that you never saw in the charts. So let's see how this plays out. If it starts to form some type of a correction over here, this comes down, the stocks RSI come down, we stay above the 200, and we get some. I will definitely take the trade. But right now, sit on your hands, be patient, and just enjoy the ride. Astro Classic, like I said, I'm very bullish on this also, but I'm waiting for this to come back maybe down to really get a nice entry over here. That would be ideal. This can chuck along and then come back down. So we might be still looking at this. If it does break out, then I would wait for more confirmation. But I really don't like taking the breakout of bigger patterns like this, because what normally happens is this is where 95% of people take the breakout, and they really um, get hammered. It just to give you an example. Some people don't even wait for the thing to close, so they would take this trade over here, or that's like a bad example. Let's clean it up. They'll take this breakout over here, you see, then whoop, then they'll take this one, then it goes whoop, then they'll take this one, it will go choop. So I really don't like taking breakouts, because that's where 95% of people take trades, and that's where they catch 95% of traders, to make them lose their trades. So I prefer to take aggressive entries. Look how nicely this gets respected a lot of the times. I like to take aggressive entries down here. So that's what I'm planning. If this comes back down, I'll probably take a aggressive entry. These moving averages are very tight, so it's only a matter of time before we get a nice move in Astroports. So Orange Pool, how's our baby Orange Pool doing? I like the pullback we looking at. We retraced nicely to the golden pocket area, and it shot up. And oh, don't break out now. One thing is we under the 200, which is not very bullish. We in this pattern over here, which means we can come back down. So be vigilant. You've even got some bearish divergence as well. So I wouldn't take this at the moment. I would love for this to come back down even more. Do something like this. We'll adjust this. This comes back down even more, and then maybe take like a aggressive trade here somewhere in this vicinity. So keep an eye on Orange Pool. This thing really came out flying out of the gates. Nobody, well, I kind of expected it to do very well when it came out. I bought it like on the day it came out at I think like 12, and that was even a late entry. If you look here, let's go back down here. So I bought it here over here somewhere, and like I said, I FOMO'd. I tried to buy the breakout, didn't follow my own rules, but any guys should have bought it down here, which I actually did. I bought it up here for a long term, and then I bought it down here again, and this thing just exploded. I mean, I got out there, wait for this, saw this second impulse, got in again. Well, I didn't get in there. Once again, it broke out, and I FOMO'd in. I knew it was gonna go, and then it did this. I got out there, and yesterday I think I was something like this, if I remember correct. And I took this, came back down. I closed it quickly before it even came to my stop. And now we in this. And yeah, the deeper we pull back, the better entry we'll get. So keep your eye on this. Another one. I don't really want to give away all my gems, but here and there I'll give you away some valuable gems. Um, if you, I'll give you on the next episode. I'll give my Skype if you guys are interested in getting in contact with me to join my trading group, where I give all the setups on YouTube. I don't give all the setup, all my source away. I just give nuggets here and there. But mint layer, I am in this for the long term. This is one of my long term portfolios, and very bullish on this project. The tech score is amazing, and it can do very well. So one thing, there was a trade over here, could have taken it, was in this wedge, and we had like 1, 2, there was a very good, could have drawn your phase line over there with a break, could have taken the entry there. It would have been very nice. But this one can do some damage. So what I would do now is wait for a nice little flag over here outside of the bigger wedge, and wait for it to go, maybe close above, break out of the above the 200 and take a punt at it. One thing I don't like is the RSIs are very high, so I would maybe like for this to go sideways, this come back down and enter here somewhere at the bottom. That would be ideal. So once again, just be patient with your setups, man. Don't always get FOMO, like FOMO, I'm gonna miss out. You're gonna get hurt more than what you're actually gonna catch the trades. So check Hex. We're getting quite bullish again for Hex. I've seen it popping up quite a few places, but once again, I wouldn't take it right here. I mean, maybe over here could have been like a nice area to enter. Right now I won't enter it. That's all for now, guys. Have a good weekend, and tomorrow's Sunday, so I'll probably take a break tomorrow. So I'll see you guys on Monday again. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers for now. My name is Stef Trades. Bye for now.